Just quickly, tell us your aha moment, what you took away from conference, and why you would recommend going again.
No, my aha moment, I think, was I went in with Deb and we took a class on balancing your business life with your personal life. And I don't think it was anything that her nor I expected it to be, but I did get something out of it that was kind of like, that's a pretty decent idea. Whenever we have those shows where you have the hostess, where you want to close that show within 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, and you come to that third day and the hostess says, oh, I have some more orders coming in, or I still have people looking at the catalogs, encourage them to say, okay, that's fantastic, we're going to close out this part of the show, and if you get any more orders, we're going to make it a catalog show for you. Because 9 times out of 10, they're not getting those orders. And it's delaying the ladies who are at the party already from getting their jewelry and us getting paid. And that to me was like, oh my gosh, it was kind of like a no-brainer. And I started, highlighted it, and I just thought it was a fantastic little thing to try.
It's amazing because even as a seasoned advisor, you may think, oh, you know everything. You know, you go there for the camaraderie, you see people you haven't seen since the last one. You know, visit with your upline, but one thing can make it worth every penny. It's
And I will not hold my
crazy.
shows open now after that time frame anymore because of that. So,
Okay.
because that sheet.
You know, let's move to ladies that are standing up. Yes,
Wendy.
Go ahead,
Tell
Will.
us to prepare for this.
Yeah.
What's that?
This is a lot of pressure.
Prepare for
Um,
this. Would I go to conference again? Yes, absolutely. Probably if I had to pick an aha moment right away. First of all, the camaraderie is wonderful. I mean, this was my first conference. I've only been doing the Sophia since November. So just being able to go, I was able to get to know Jennifer and Deb and them away from the Sophia as people was very nice. Meeting their husbands, my husband being able to meet them, to kind of know who are these people that we talk about all the time, because he comes here, but he doesn't really get to know them as people and to really see how their husbands feel about what they do and kind of get that. So that was good. Also, I went into, and I can't remember what the class was called. I think it was on a booking class, and she said that, you know, when you're waiting for your guest list, and 3 days have gone by. Sit down, Lisa. You're waiting for your guest list to come in, and it's been 3 days, hasn't come in yet, and so you're calling, and you still haven't got it. What she does is, she sends that welcome email and she keeps sending it, like every single day. And then when 5 days have gone, she'll call and say, hey, you know what, I hate to keep bugging you with this email going from Leah Sophia, but it's a company-generated thing, and you're going to keep getting that until you give me your guest list. So if you give me your guest list, then that will stop happening. And I thought,
You're the company. You
that's
generated it.
awesome. I know, right? So I'm doing it.
Quite a few things, but I think the one that really hit me the most is there were three on-stage shows, and those girls just had so much fun. They were laughing, making jokes of their own about themselves. I just felt like no matter what's going on in your life, you have to walk into that show thinking you're going to have a blast. And I really think that is the difference of a good and a bad show. I mean, no matter what, how many, she can have one person or 10 people, and she does exactly the same thing, and she says the same things, and just I think enjoying yourself more. But like you said about not keeping your shows open, one girl closes her show at the show every time. Now, she doesn't actually close it, but she says, your show's closed. And Deb can explain more, because I was at that with Deb, but she leaves it open for a couple days, but only for her to pick the things she wants. But basically, she says, this is how much you have, this is where you are, blah, blah, blah. And I'm with you guys. How often did they say they're going to get orders, but we can count on one hand how many times they actually get them. So I like that idea too, closing the show.
Definitely the camaraderie.
Sorry.
Whatever, okay, the camaraderie is great. No, just seeing everyone there, and they were telling me that this conference was small, and I was like, what? Like, that there were the last time Amanda went, that there were more people, and I thought it was crazy huge. And for me, all the different classes that I went to were great, but the motivation for me was fantastic. Just the general sessions, and especially listening to, they had butterfly stories, and they also had something called Ignite Stories of these women who have been through so much, and how this company has just changed their life. And it just got this fire inside of me of, oh my gosh, think of what I could share with other people and how that could change their life. That for me was so huge. And then listening to Lolo Jones was the guest speaker. She was just absolutely phenomenal. Everything that she talked about, just those hardships that she went through, and I'm thinking to myself, holy crap, if she went through all this, or these people went through all this, I am throwing a little pity party for myself. Oh, my husband's canceled. So just such a motivation to just get back up, keep going, and this business is fantastic, and just keep at it, girls.
Okay, I'll give you one more time to get something.
Two of the things that I took away from conference is the things you can do with Facebook that I didn't even know I could do with Facebook, and the Get Connected thing on the Leasopia website. I had no idea that there were so many things you could do with that. So that was a good thing. And then I went to a networking breakout that talked about all the different places that you can find bookings outside of your shows. And there was a list of 12 or 14 something or others. And that was really interesting. Places I had never thought of. So, if you're not getting the
Do you have
bookings.
that list?
Yes. I have my stuff.
Okay, you want to see?
So, yeah.
See
I
down.
have it.
Yes.
And it was, a little bit of it was kind of corny about if you're not harvesting, you're planting and stuff like that. So it was a little corny there, but I understood the concept of what they were trying to say.
A metaphor.
Yeah, a metaphor. But I got the gist of what they were trying to say. So that was.
I know sometimes just spit it out. Don't play puzzle games and
Yeah.
puzzle word games with me. Just spit it out.
So those were the two business-wise type of things that I got out of conference this year. Okay.
Are you sowing your seeds?
How do you sow seeds?
So ditto to everything else, and then one other thing that I got was, how we're always trying to, I'm really kind of into this positive thinking thing, so, you're always trying to stay positive and stay on the good side of things. So one thing is to look at is hesitations instead of objections. So booking hesitations, recruiting or, how do we get people to join? Hesitations, not objections. So kind of stay more positive about it, because just that objection word is a negative word.
Yep, I think that's great.
Oh, can I piggyback off of what Lisa said? Sorry, just because I'll forget it.
It might be what I'm going to say.
Might be what I'm gonna say.
Okay, well, it's getting a little heated up here tonight.
People have already, we're running out.
Oh, yeah, we are.
I just got one thing. Nobody has touched my idea.
You don't have to do that. Yes, I do.
Lolo Jones was very inspirational. We heard butterfly stories, very inspirational. We heard Ignite stories, but there was a common theme throughout all these ladies who didn't even know each other, and that we are our own worst enemy. When things don't go well, we're the ones. Notice how we always are there to pick somebody else up. We have to learn to pick ourselves up, and half full or half empty, that's our choice, but we're our worst enemies. So stop it. Now, just stop. We're our best friend.
Is that what you're going to say?
No.
Okay.
But you might be stealing promise.
Go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead, Connie, I'll wait. Amanda,
Go ahead, guys.
what are you gonna do for Steve?
I actually
No, I was going to talk about Lolo Jones also and how inspirational she was. And I actually I wrote down some of the things she said, but she talks about feeding off of each other's energy when you're a team, whether it's an Olympic team or our team. We feed off of each other's energy. And then she also said a failure is not a failure if you use it to promote success tomorrow. Use your challenges to ignite your dream and ignore the doubters. And that really hit home with me.
Very good.
I'm gonna let you go, Jen.
No, the only thing I was gonna say is that, if you get those objections, people that are no, hesitate, well, objections, hesitations, and they're like, no, 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 fine, next. Just that whole, somebody said that at one of our sessions, and I was like, yeah, that's true. Why am I gonna sit here and try to make this person or encourage this person? They don't want next. There's plenty of other people out there that
Who
want
knows? Who knows
to-
what I'm saying?
Some will,
Go ahead.
some won't.
Yes.
So what?
So what? Who's next?
Some will, some won't, so what? Who's next?
So
Yeah,
instead,
you don't want to twist somebody's arm to do it?
all right, don't take it personal.
Next.
So, just to be very transparent with all you new ladies right now, I'm pregnant, so I've been allowing. If you didn't know, you're new. I've been allowing the baby to really just consume my time and my focus, and so
Just wait until she's born.
But all that to say that I've kind of, in those moments, I've kind of said, well, whatever happens with Leah Sophia happens. But realizing at conference that I need to overcome that objection and she needs to be the reason for me to do Leah Sophia. And I love that I can have the flexibility of working for myself. So it was a huge, I needed it for me, for our business, for my mom, just to get reignited, to refuel, so that we could be inspired again and see all of the wonderful motivations coming out from everyone. So, and realizing I need to be a businesswoman for my daughter, that one day she's going to need to know that mommy provided for the family too, and we did this, when she helps me, I'm sure she'll be playing with jewelry, with all of that. So, all that to say, I went to one of Jennifer Samuel's sessions, and she talked a lot about team building and growing your organization and all that kind of thing. And the big thing I got from her was staying focused in the steps to success and being that example for your team. And I love the new Success Start program. I keep calling it Success Start, Smart Start program. Because I feel like those 5 things are the 5 things we should be doing in our business every single week. And I've been doing this business for over 4 years, and it's like, I don't do those things every week, so something's wrong. And that's a huge tool for me. I'm glad that we're going through the program, because I probably would be going through the program anyway, just to get back on track and get things going again. So there's lots of reasons everyone should go to conference, but doesn't matter where you are in your business. Quite honestly, it wasn't that, it's not like I was going there because I knew I was going to walk across the stage or I knew I was going to win some award. I needed it for me, and that's the reason why you should be coming to these meetings too, because you need that motivation. Mary always says, sometimes you come to a meeting because you need it, and sometimes you come to a meeting because the meeting needs you. And so,
Yeah, if your business is, kind of fizzling, you need the meeting. If your business is on top of the world, the meeting needs you. We want you talking about what's
Yeah.
going on.
and so that's what conference was for me this year, is just that, I can almost cry about it, but it's just that moment where you realize that Leah Sophia is that amazing opportunity that is available for every single person. It just matters how much you decide you want it and how much work you're going to put into it.
Amen. Say that again?
I want to say one more thing after I said.
Yeah.
Another thing about this conference that I never saw Leah Sophia do before, which I really loved, was it really made it real. Like, it didn't act like everything's all roses and everything's all blue skies and flowers. It acted like life. Like, life's gonna happen, girls. Put your big girl pants on.
Let's move forward, that's right.
And I love that because that is the truth.
Yeah, they
This
didn't
business
sugarcoat it.
has its highs and it has its lows. On the lows, don't let it, don't pick yourself back
That's when
up
you're
and
planting,
keep
not
going.
harvesting.
But I really, really love that. I thought that, even on stage when they were talking, I just felt like they were really real. So I loved that.
Thank you, thank you. I love your necklace.
Yeah,
My moment, I think, was watching those who, got to walk across the stage, which was pretty much all of you that were there, and watching our winners at Andrea's zone party, which was pretty awesome. You, totally surprised. Nobody saw that one coming, and that was fantastic. You know what? Well, we went to, Dave was with me at a couple of great breakouts where we talked about, got some fun things in store for the future for our meetings. So, about holding good meetings, things like that. So. And seeing everybody that I haven't seen, that I only get to see once a year,
How many of you are still in Excellent Beginnings? Okay. So this is exciting for those of you who are still in Excellent Beginnings, because you really, with Excellent Beginnings, 15 weeks, how much jewelry premiums can you earn?
$600.
Okay. So on top of that, in 8 weeks, you can earn an additional $800. So they introduced this to us the last probably hour of conference, right? At the general session, and I'll be honest with you, I thought, I don't get it, but the more I thought about it, I thought, I get it. It's more compact and it makes sense. So, Smart Start. We're going to talk first about what you're going to present to people who you're going to add to your team. And for those of you who are relatively new, we want to let you know how this works as well. They looked at, every time you look at somebody who's successful in Leah Sophia or anything, it's because they have good habits. You can wish and hope and pray, but it's not going to get you up there. You have to do what they do. And so they narrowed it down to 5 habits of successful business people. Success anyway. If you want to start a new diet, if you want to start anything new, you have to have the habits to get you to your goal. So, habit number 1 for new starts. Submit. Practice makes perfect. I recently talked to a new start. She said, Dad, it seems so easy to you. I was just out. And I said, you know why? Because I've done a lot of shows. And it's like anything. The more we do, the easier it becomes. And we can actually have more fun at the shows. We're not so worried about making a mistake. You want to submit 1 or more shows with 10 or more orders, including the hostesses, and or 650 in profitable sales. Notice I said profitable. They're not counting the bonus items for this. So think about the good news there. If you do 1 show a week and you have 10 orders, you're in front of 10 people for bookings, and you're in front of 10 people for new team members, and it certainly helps your sales. But if you don't hit the 10 order mark and you do 1 show a week and you hit at least 650, how much money are you making every week? $195. $200 a week that you didn't have before. So, consistency will help you become more comfortable, confident, and it'll also put a paycheck in the bank every week.
Going?
Am I going okay?
Okay.
We didn't practice, that's
No.
okay. Habit number 2. Consistency counts. Book 1 or more shows every week. That's at least 4 booked shows a month. If you have a show and you don't get a booking, has that ever happened to anybody in here, by the way? Raise your hand. I'll raise 2. It doesn't happen, but that doesn't mean that you can't get bookings. You get on the phone, you contact people who said they're going to have a show for you, you go back in your contacts and you spread the news that we have an awesome sale. So don't give up if you can't get a booking at a show. We have other avenues for that. If you keep your calendar full, the consistency stays. I'm sorry. keep your calendar full. For some of you, you may be thinking 2 shows a week. That's great, but that's even better, honestly, because if one of them doesn't fly, we all know that. Overbooking is always better. But at least shoot on this program for 1 show a week. Okay, some of you. Did I say that? Yeah, I like this, challenge yourself. It reminds us that if you challenge yourself, just, some people think that you have to sit at the phone for an hour and call people for an hour. You know how much time you really spend on the phone with a hostess if you're a hostess coaching? I bet 2 minutes. It only takes 2 or 3 minutes to call someone and offer them this awesome opportunity to get free jewelry. So don't look at it as something you're afraid of, look at it as a challenge. Shannon, you look puzzled.
Yeah, he did go backwards.
Stick with me, Dave.
Is that where you're at?
I'm on number 3 now.
Okay.
Ready, set, recruit. Provide a recruiting lead to your upline leader or hold a recruiting appointment yourself. Set your sights on recruiting, on team building. There is plenty of business to go around, and I can tell you, every manager up here will tell you, your paycheck doubles. Your paycheck will literally double when you start team building. And I know it's frightening to some of you, that's what we're here for, your upline. Jennifer recruited in her first month. She's got an awesome team member in Gabe. She's on her way. I had the conversation with Gabe. That was more of a, I should have invited you, I didn't know you were available, but anyway, she has an awesome team member. From the get-go, she's thinking about team building. I've been to a coffee conversation with Paulina. So start thinking of growing a team. It's your own sisterhood. And start exploring the path to promotion. That's what Tori was talking about. I know some of you looked a little puzzled when she said for her birthday she was going to promote. She wants to be a unit leader, a unit manager. And that's a great gift to give yourself, whether it's your birthday or not. Yes?
Is habit number 3 weekly also, will you ever make every week to work on?
Yes, and we're gonna get, these are the 5 habits, and then we'll get to the actual, how you get your benefits. That's all right, Teresa.
Little sibling.
You guys are related, so she might.
How many of you, can I just ask, and I hope you don't mind if I just do this, how many of you are uncomfortable about recruiting? Okay. Are you sorry you're sitting out there with the Leah Sophia experience? I'm talking to you, Jenny.
No, not at all.
Have you enjoyed it?
Absolutely.
Has your family benefited from it? Did anybody, pardon me, Jen, but put a gun to your head and say this? The point is that you are offering something that is awesome. So don't be afraid to share the opportunity. We're all in here because we recognize it. So we want our friends, our hostesses, everybody to be able to enjoy what we enjoy. It has blessed so many of us in so many ways. So never be afraid to say, have you thought about doing this?
What are they afraid of?
What are they afraid of? Oh, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid that somebody's
Wait,
gonna...
I saw Shannon's hand go up.
I was just gonna say,
Okay, so what part of it makes you uncomfortable? Do you feel like you're being pushy?
a little bit.
Anybody else feel that way, that they're being pushy?
We're not asking for marriage. It's not a cult. It's nothing like that. It's an opportunity to enjoy what you enjoy.
Did you feel I was pushing?
Yeah.
No, Shannon.
She has a gun, what do you think?
But you've seen me before. Did you think?
No.
Okay.
No.
And I think it's just.
the point of like afterwards, they don't ever want to commit to setting a coffee day with me, so that's when I start pushing. So I'm like, no, we need to set, I feel like I have to convince them to set up a date, so they don't have to.
I don't like to use the word need. It's best to say, what seems to work for a lot of people is just a one-on-one quick conversation over a cup of coffee. Would that work for you sometime this week? and then you're still leaving it open instead of, well, we need to have a coffee con, well, we need this, we don't need anything, but we want lots of things. So maybe the only thing we need are guest lists, I will say. We don't need a guest list. But just kind of look at it as, how would you want somebody to approach you? Hey, let's meet for coffee. Yeah, let's meet for coffee. You know, and that way you can see if it's a good fit. You don't have to say sign up or anything. But you know, at the coffee conversation, I tell them to come with every single question they have. But you would be amazed. I'm still amazed that sometimes, you know, even before I ask, have you ever thought about doing this? Somebody will say to me, this looks like fun. I think, you know, it's like, yes, let's go talk about it.
I know that one time Jen did a thing at our conference she had, and all of our team members come over to do like a coffee pot training. I think that would be helpful if there was some kind of place to do like a coffee, just to understand exactly what we should be saying at each.
I think that's a great idea for a training, coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
Training, that's not coffee
Coffee
talk.
talk. Actually, that's what we were gonna talk about.
Or if you don't drink coffee, you know, the one thing I won't do, and some of you may laugh at me for this, because you all know I do like my Chardonnay, but I don't.
No.
I never, it's always coffee or Coke, it's never a bar, okay? I always like to keep it professional. I don't even, you know, at shows, I don't partake. But, so anyway, don't be afraid. Jennifer? Stop.
She does.
You're talking all about me.
So, you saw the video. Anyway, don't be afraid to share the opportunity. This is an important, and for a lot of people, it's the stumbling block that stands in your way, and you're the only one that's doing it. Remember, don't be your own worst enemy. Shannon, I don't know who wouldn't want to meet with you for coffee. You're a nice person, and you have this is a fun thing that you're offering for somebody, and you've already heard their needs at the show. You've already heard. And if they're afraid, I think Jen covered it very well. We're all nervous. I would worry if they weren't afraid.
Well, I would just like to say, think how many times you've shared a recipe with somebody. You've shared a sale. Somebody's having an awesome sale on shoes or whatever. And how much more important is something like this to share with others? So if you kind of approach it from the same point of view, that you're sharing something really important that others are going to be thankful for, then
That's
makes
what
it
we
easier.
do. We share. We
Yeah, I
share.
feel like you have to change your perspective a little bit on what you're sharing. It's not like you're trying to twist their arm or convince them to sign up or, you know, negotiate them into the business. You really should be just sharing from your heart, you know, what it's done for you and how it can help them and their family.
And
So,
right, and if they're interested, they'll follow through. And if they're not, I always think not yet, they may not be ready.
How long then?
I was longer than you. I was 18 months. You were 2 years? 2 years, okay. So here we are, slow learners. But, you know, and there are people who jump on the first time. Everybody's personality is a little different. But I think of all the 5 habits, especially for new people, this is going to be the most challenging. So you need to put it, like even though they have it as number 3, don't ever forget it at your shows.
Well, I think another thing maybe is, don't always think it has to be a personal, a face-to-face coffee talk. Some people really, it's hard to have time to do that. So tell them, get a phone call, if it's really better, or I'm willing to, I'll come to your house, I'll do anything that's convenient for you, I'll make it work. So.
Yeah,
I try
sometimes
to-
it's not possible to meet and you can do it all.
Yeah, because sometimes then we
And-
make them feel overwhelmed by saying, we want to meet you.
Right.
Like, I don't have questions.
And just before I answer Danny's question, because I have peripheral vision. Mary reminded us, we're not looking for recruits at shows. We're looking for leads. Somebody who has expressed a possible interest, even though they may not recognize it. So you're not there to have a little, hey, I'm going to work with my hostess. Hey, I'm working with new recruits. Because your hostess is the queen that night. She is. Danny.
I just want to mention that my coffee talk was actually right before Glam, and that's what sold me. And I just came here with peace.
which we can do. If you know that you want to have somebody and you're nervous about a coffee talk, let me or Mary or Connie or any of your managers know, and we'll get here a half hour early and do a coffee talk with them. Well, not coffee, sorry, a water talk with them.
I'll get ice cream.
Wait a minute. Shannon?
When it says provider recruiting means your upline or recruiting appointment, so we provide that recruiting lead, does that mean that Jen is the one who contacts the person, or how is that worded? What is that worded?
She's asking. All right, let's say you, well, you would because you're, even though you're a young whippersnapper, you're an old hat at this. But if somebody was brand new and they felt uncomfortable about it, maybe Susie, although I don't see Susie being nervous about recruiting at all.
She's like looking at
No pressure, Susie.
No, I think she gets it. So she calls me and she says, I have a girl who's interested. I'm not sure exactly what to say. I told her I was going to call you, and so I can, at that point, I would try and work out a time where we could all get together, because I really want to train Susie on how to do this on her own. This is all training. The recruit would be Susie's. Absolutely. Positively. Did that answer your question?
Just to reiterate that though, I don't think that Leah Sophia is expecting you to recruit every single person you talk to every day. This is literally just a lead, somebody that you've spoken with about the business. They might have already told you no, but at one point throughout your show or sometime you followed up with them, they were a lead. This is just something to make it a habit for you to constantly be talking about the opportunity.
I think it,
And a lead isn't necessarily a recruit. A lead is just somebody who may be interested in learning more. That's it.
and you followed up with them. I think
Exactly.
that's the key. Instead of, oh yeah, there were 3 people who asked me lots of questions at the show. That is not a lead. What did you do about it? Okay. And that's the reminder. You all have uplines to help you if you get in a pickle. Yes, Margie.
Do you have to have a meeting that week, or do you have to have made an appointment?
I would accept an appointment. So there.
It's the effort, right?
A. Okay, we're moving on to habit 4, A in attendance. I can't even begin to tell you how I feel about this. Those on my team know. You want to attend meetings. You want to participate in online classes and attend conference. You want to do something every week to strengthen your education in your business. This is a business. We are all CEOs with the potential to earn lots of money. Yes.
What I just want to say, and I'm like really excited today, because I was really impressed when you said something like that.
Ooh, hold on to your hat, Dave.
Yeah, hold on to your hat. Here we go, Dave. No, but I had mentioned, where were we? I think we were still at conference. But I said, were we there?
I don't know what you're going to say.
Okay.
I'm already impressed.
No, really, you want to, even if it's just like 5, 10, 15 minutes, you want to touch your business every single day. If you want this business to work for you, you have to show up as well. But I'm telling you, doing like an online class once a week, I mean, to educate yourself, even if it's like just like 10, 15 minutes out of a week, it's amazing just what that can do. But you want to try and at least touch your business somehow every single day, which should make all these habits doable.
I feel for anybody who hasn't touched their business in the last week or 2, because it's like, whoa, a lot of changes.
Yep.
Also, so what does this entail? You could take an online class for this week. You've got it covered because you're all here. Have a conversation. Set up a time. I talk to some of you every week as a coaching call. And, you know, it doesn't take forever, but it's like, hey, thumbs up, or let's try this, or what's your goal, or what's, you know, this business can be lonely if you allow it to be. You have to dig in and take support of all this sisterhood. If you're sitting at your computer by yourself all the time, you suddenly feel like, am I the only one having this problem or whatever? So
reach out and take advantage. So get your training, go to monthly meetings. How many of you miss Mary? One? Ever since I've known you, and I've known you for, it'll be 5 years in September, how many meetings have you missed?
Oh, that was the day we got back from Europe.
Yeah, they got back from Europe, so they missed a meeting. I went to see my grandkids once, I think. So, I mean, really, it's important.
In 9 years.
Yeah. So it's just important. It's important to come to meetings, and I know for some of you it's a drive, but, you know, I drive far to shows and everything. It's just worth it. It's your business. So attend meetings. Keep in contact. Oh, I went ahead of that. Stay in the loop. Yeah, it's kind of hard, and Mary can, and if you are a manager and you get a text during a show and somebody wants to know the sale, and you're in the middle of the show, and I don't usually even check my phone, but afterwards somebody's, you know, everything that you need as far as sales and all that good stuff, promotions, it's on Advisor Advantage, it's on our team website, so.
And if you attend the meeting, it's at a meeting.
It's at our meeting, so there's no escape.
So needless to say, don't hold your breath for us to answer that text.
Okay.
It ain't coming.
So, habit number 5 is kind of, I think, piggybacks on number 4. Can I move on? Did I cover that?
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep in contact, and this kind of piggybacks. Keep in contact with your leader. I'm going to say something, and I'm just speaking from me, so this is not from anybody else. But a lot of times, advisors will complain about hostesses who don't get back to them, blah, blah, blah. You know, sometimes we can feel that way about advisors when we're reaching out. So keep in mind, we are here to help. We're here to support. People have even called me to vent, and I have done the same. You're only allowed 1 minute, 2 minutes to vent, okay? Because it just gets it out of your system. But that's what we're here for. Oh, the phone, nobody can see it. I've been taking. So connect every week if you want to share an idea. And you can, if we can't touch on the phone, an email. I just wish I could have a contact with everybody on my team once a week. Even if it's, hey, thumbs up, or hey, I need to talk to you for 2 minutes, or this or that, you know. So I was going to talk about Pauline. Did she leave?
She just went to the restroom.
She went to the restroom. I'm going to talk about her while she's gone. She's really good about that. She will text me and she'll say, I need to talk, when is a good time? And I usually say, yeah, it's great. And it takes 2 or 3 minutes to cover whatever she wants to cover. So, or she'll send us, Jennifer sent me one recently. Hey, she had a great show, and I texted her actually first, and then she, you know, back and forth. It doesn't take long, but it just keeps that connectedness, which is really vital to our business. We talk about relationships. Donna and I have known each other for a long time. We're friends too. We talk every week, except last night because I see you now. So anyway, if you're not, yeah.
Yeah, you double
So I was practicing. So keep in contact. Don't be afraid to say hi, and Facebook does not count for me. Okay? Yes.
Don't ever think that your leader doesn't want to hear from you, or
Right.
doesn't think
Or that we're just too crazy busy to hear from you, because believe me, we're not.
or that some question is stupid or anything
Some.
like that. We've been through a lot of weird things, and if you're going through something strange that you think is just you, it's probably not. So just ask somebody, even if it's not us. You can call another leader, and you know, if you feel more comfortable with somebody else, just talk to somebody if you're having a problem.
And I touch that with my team just because of what I do. Shannon, I'm going to use you as an example. She's texting me yesterday, asking me questions, and I'm sitting on a van, texting her back saying, I'm not in an officer-involved shooting right now. I can't talk to you. So if it's, you know, something I can get back to you later on, I will. And we did. We chatted when I got home. And my girls know that, and I do throw that out to them. If you need something now, call you guys for assistance.
You can always call me.
Absolutely.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah,
I'm crazy busy.
She's
We're
the
not.
wicked one. We have the untraditional job.
Okay, so let's get back to earning your premiums for this. Because those of you who are in Excellent Beginnings, you're automatically enrolled in this as as of July 1st, okay? You need to do 4 out of the 5 every week. Now, when somebody, let's say, all right, I'm gonna handle it because we didn't talk about this part, but let's talk right now, those of you already in the program. The first week, they actually spread it to 2 weeks, correct, for everybody? Okay. So we have until July 15th, for those of you in Excellent Beginnings in this new program, to turn in your first show. You need to do 4 out of the 5, accomplish 4 out of 5 habits each fiscal week after your starter show is submitted. So theirs just starts, if they've already been in Excellent Beginnings, it started July 1st, and they're going to be on pretty much the same track we are. Okay? But if you have somebody starting up new, they need to have their starter show within 2 weeks of ordering that kit. And when they do that, they'll get that awesome trifold jewelry roll, which is really kind of fun if you're traveling with your jewelry. It's nice to have. But make sure to get them started that they have that show within 2 weeks of ordering their kit, not a month anymore. And I get it. You know, once you order your kit, you want to get going. You want to get started. You don't want to wait a month. You want to start earning your paycheck. Okay? So 4 out of 5, and there is a form online. I looked it up to see how it's very easy. You just click what you do, and once you've done 4 out of 5 of these, each week, each of the weeks, you get a $50 jewelry premium. Yes?
We tried to fill this out, like playing with it, and we wanted to enter 2 shows instead of 1.
Can't.
And could not figure out a way.
You can't.
You only need one.
It's only one.
It's only one.
But it's 10 shows, it's 10 orders, or it's up to $650.
On one show, not accumulation.
No,
It's one show.
one show, it's one show.
It's one show. One show, either 10 orders, or one show, 650 or more. You can't have 2 shows that equal 650.
Oh.
That's why. That's why there's only one spot, unless they change it. But
Anything can happen. I've learned with
They
Leah
may.
and Sophia, they do listen, because originally, I don't know if everybody was aware, it had to be 10 orders. There was no 650 option. And a lot of us were like, I don't always have 10 orders. I tried. But the 650 is doable because you can get those outside orders. This is where hostess coaching is more important than ever. Tell her you need those orders by her show, not after the show, because we're going to be closing. Tell her to start getting them now. And then if you can get 3 orders before your show, and you get 7 at your show or whatever, but offer an incentive for outside orders. But yeah, it's one or the other. So for the new starts, once you do 4 out of 5, you earn a premium of $50. Okay? So that's 4 out of the 5 habits every week. You get to pick, but I'm going to strongly suggest that you try and make a show one of them. You don't have to, but
No, the show is mandatory.
That's for
that's for us.
us, not for new, not for new people.
Yeah.
Did I snap it too? Sorry.
Yeah. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5, 5 weeks, you get a jewelry premium. Now, you do it for 6 weeks. They're good. I forget
well, yeah, I was showing them how to actually get to that
Oh,
form.
all right, let's look at the form, because Dave is,
So I'm not
and
sure.
this is good.
Well, I'm not sure where we're at, but
All right, well, on the sheet.
can you see
It's
that?
under your business,
There's a Smart Start tab.
Smart Start tab. You should have all gotten an email
They should.
from Leah Sophia, and it gives you dates. It's fiscal week, ladies. So don't do it, the Tuesday from the previous week. The fiscal week, Monday to Monday. And it goes to your upline.
Yeah. I just-
Whoever your upline is, sometimes people don't know who their upline is. It's the lady who helped you get started in the business, who you started under, okay? Any questions so far? Okay.
Okay,
So,
now
once you
now I'm
do
caught up.
4 out of 5, when you do 6, if, things are going really well, you're making your money and everything, you do it as 6 weeks, they will double the premiums that you've earned, so that's $600. You do it 7 weeks, that's $700. You do it 8 weeks, they will double all the premiums you get, so you get up to $800 in jewelry premiums, which I think is pretty awesome. And it's less time than the 15 weeks that we had for Excellent Beginnings. Yes. That is your, right, to your upline. Whoever signed you up, it goes to her.
Well, if they're not necessarily. It's an upline leader,
Upline leader.
not a recruiter.
So go to Jennifer.
Yours will go to Jen.
You're Jennifer.
Jennifer.
I have a question. So for those of us who have completed Excellent Week, like for me, I can do this. Every week I need to send you the form, just to clarify.
Yes.
Okay, so
Now-
every week I fill out that form and save it and I email it to you.
Right. Now, I don't remember exactly. Is your 15 weeks over?
Yeah.
Okay. So so that's for new starts. Okay, what I was just talking about.
Okay.
People still in the Excellent Beginnings or who just started this month, July 1st. For those of us who are continuing, we can also take advantage, but we do have a few differences. We don't have the option of a show. A show has to be submitted every week with 10 orders or 650 in sales. And our 2-week window is up next week, Monday, a week from today. So if you did not submit a show the first week of July, that means that, and you don't have one on your books, and you want to do this, I know what I would be doing. I would be calling people to either have an open house at my house to try and get the $650 order, do a little online show, just tell everybody it's a 48-hour window. They have 24 or 48 hours. Remember, this is a great sale. You can offer them a discount. It's buy one, get two, but if they buy more, you could say $5 off your order if you order 4, or whatever you want to do. But I would certainly find a way, if I want another $800 in jewelry premiums, and you do with this new catalog. So there is a way. There is a way. Okay? Yes? You've done it. Our week is actually 2 weeks for this first one. They realized a lot of people were just going home from conference. It was July 4th week, so they gave us an extra week for our first week. And then it's on a weekly basis. Okay? So you've done it. You don't need to turn in any more shows, but you do need to follow up on the other. And again, and I think that was the only big difference between ours.
Yes.
We just have to make sure we do a show a week, and by golly, that's not a bad thing at all. Did I answer everybody kind of clear on this? Shannon?
Sorry.
No.
So what if we're gonna have a show this week? Does that still then count as week 1 and then the
It's
next?
still week 1. No. We are in week 1 until July 15th.
That's not what my letter said. It said that I could start this week.
Right.
This would be week 1, next week
Right.
would be week 2.
You can start this week.
Well, I'm sorry, I could start last.
You could, but
It started July 1st, but because of a lot of people being at conference, and because it was the 4th of July weekend, instead of July 1st through the 7th being our first week, they're extending it to the 15th.
So that's a problem. Because I'm in Paris for 2 weeks.
In
That's a
August.
problem. That's a problem.
No, it's not a problem. Now, give me my tomorrow.
Hey Ernie, it sucks to be you. Being in Paris for 2 weeks. Get your ducks in a row.
I printed out my email. My email
Have your
says,
upline submit a show for you if she has to.
yeah,
One of your shows.
dovetail.
Close it, everything, ever.
July 19th for week ending 7/12, so that's week 1. We have, really, they give us the weekend, actually,
Right.
as always. Okay. So, how many of you are going to do this? Seriously, what a celebration we should have at the end of 8 weeks, you know. And don't be afraid about it, just plan ahead, but that's, again, a good thing to do. If you know you're gonna be out of town and you have a show on a Friday and you can hold it till Monday, or we have so much latitude because we're the boss. So, anybody here have a question? All right, so now, yes,
So
Danny.
what happens if you miss a week? Like if you get one accomplishment and three accomplishments, what's your?
It's for, as long as, I don't think it matters if it's, it says 4 out of 5. We still have the 4 out of 5, but one of the 5 has to be a show.
No, but I mean, what if you miss
Like you're saying you did week 1, you didn't do week 2, you
right,
did
you
week
forgot,
3.
or like you didn't make it week 2 for that 650.
You continue to get
Yes.
that weekly, you just can't get a double?
Right, week
That's
1, you
right.
get
You still-
$50.
yeah.
Week 2, you wouldn't get any.
Right.
Week 3, you
would
get 50.
$50.
50,
Week 4, you would
50.
get
Once you get up to 6,
Yeah,
you
don't
get,
quit.
Okay.
right.
I just wanted to
You
ask.
just can't get a double.
Good question.
So you can, but you'll get,
Double, if you hit it.
once you hit 6 of 8, then you'll be, instead of 300, it'd be 600.
There's nothing that you do.
It doesn't say anything about consecutive, Dan. It
No.
says 6 out of 8, 7 out of 8. Of course, if you're shooting for the 8 out of 8, you won't get the 8 out of 8.
It starts to double when you hit 6 of them, however that happens.
Yeah.
Whether it's 1, and then you don't do 2 or 3, but then you do 4, 5, 6, or 7, 8, whatever it is.
Right, life happens.
Once you hit the 6, it doubles.
But there was a time period within which they had to be.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
If within 8 weeks you hit it 6
It
times.
all fits in there.
Yeah.
Okay, and the last thing I want to, should I move on?
Let's see where we're at here. We are on rewards now.
Okay, I'm going to very quickly, because I know we're running late, we have to do, we get to do recognition. But you just saw a little, and Dave, you did a marvelous job on the conference, showing, it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and you come away realizing the big picture, because there's thousands of people doing the clapper thing. You know, it's very loud and exciting.
I'll get you clappers when we
Yeah.
go next year, I promise.
But the people walking on the stage, that was a year-long process that started last June. We have started a new conference year. This is actually the second month of our conference year. So they decided they wanted to have a mid-conference year recognition. And I don't know if you've brought it up on Lea Sophia University, but I strongly urge you, those of you who do this smart start and follow through with it, especially with the recruiting, you could be getting more jewelry premiums and cash, okay? So, I'm not gonna go over to managers, because we can,
Yikes.
Okay, Ted was going on.
yes. So I just kind of want to put a bug in your ear, and actually they're letting us count last month, June, so we're in the second month. But this is kind of exciting. So for an advisor who brings on 4 new starts, and they each have 1,900 in personal sales throughout this month period, not within a deadline, just by this deadline, December.
I'm trying to catch up to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was told to hurry. You get a $500 jewelry premium and $250 in cash. You bring on 8 new people, a $500 jewelry premium, $500 in cash. You bring on 12, you get a $500 jewelry premium and 1,000, ho, 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 in cash. For sales, advisors with $20,000 to $29,999 between June and December, a $500 jewelry premium and $250 in cash. That's 7 months. That's it is so doable, because I have girls who've already done $5,000 or $6,000 in their first 2 months. I mean, it's so doable. Now, here's what I want to be. I want to be a superstar. Those are your sales if you want to do ruby, diamond, emerald. And the rewards you get, $1,000 cash if you're diamond in sales, okay? You have time to set your goals, break it down in doable chunks, and meet it. There's no one in this room who can't do this. There's not, unless you tell yourself you can't, which we've already said we're not going to do. Shannon, are you going to tell me you can't do this?
No,
Okay.
I wanted to know, when you say for recruits, with the Smart Start now, is there a new thing?
There's no such thing as a qualified recruit with Smart Start, but to earn this, over that time period, anybody you bring on has to have had 1,900 in sales by the end of. For Hawaii, they're keeping it the same, 1,500 in sales, 3 qualified shows in their first 5 weeks. They had to keep that the same. Yeah, okay. Now, if you are recognized for personal recruiting and sales, you're a superstar. $1,000 jewelry premium. I can tell you, those $1,000 jewelry premiums, that's going to come out right before the next catalog. And that means you've already gotten another 500 and 500 or 250 and 250. That's on top of what you've already earned. You are going to be so happy on your privilege purchase, okay? So start thinking now, start planning. This is what I want to do. This is how I have to get there, okay? Who's going to be up here?
Yeah. So if we start recruiting now, so say I recruit.
When we start recruiting.
Right. So say I recruit like 2 more people, and then I decide I want to promote up to the next level. Do I have to then meet the next?
No, this is all based on what level we were at conference
Correct.
of this year. So even if you promote, I promote, they still count as restart. Okay? So it's awesome. Take advantage of all the blessings that they're giving us, money and jewelry.
Let's not recognize our leaders for June. And number 5, with $2,044, Amanda Wilfred. And number 4, with $4,034, Tanya Meeks. Number 3, with $5,525, Lucy. Number 2, with $5,845. And our queen. Our queen, our queen.
Really, we're short on time.
Okay, we're short on time. Put that up in there.
Just wear it home.
Okay, with $6,156, Queen Boston. Okay, let's go unit sales. At number 5, with $8,243, Team Walks of Faith. With $12,315, Team B. With $22,374, Team Mountain. Wait, do I have this right? Oh yeah, number 2, with $27,151, Team Mountain. Right now, broke me, darling. With $29,592, Team Okay, let's plan this for Queen Six, okay? Okay, congratulations. By the way, in June, which we all know about J months, right? We actually did $84,171. So hats off to you ladies. Okay, we're gonna go to 10 and 2. Congratulations. Okay, 10 and 2, it's what we do. Okay, so, 10 and 2, it's what we do. So you guys, listen to these numbers. These are advisors and leaders who did, had shows with 10 shows, or 10 shows. They had shows with 10 orders and 2 bookings. So we have Deb Bachman, 1, 2, 3. Actually, she did 1 10 and 2, 1 11 and 2, and 1 10 and 3. She just needs one. But wait, there's a blackjack there. 10 and 3 was a starter show, so congratulations on that. Awesome. If I call your name, come on up. Layla Bassett, she had 1 11 and 2. Come on up. Juanita Gabrielle, are you here tonight? She also had 10 and 2. Okay, here's somebody with 10 and 2 and 10 and 3. Wendy Christensen, come on up. And 10 and 5. She also had 10 and 5. Whoa. Sarah Gala, are you here tonight? 10 and 2. Congratulations. Sharon Gonzalez, 2. 10 and 2. Come on up. Is Nancy Hayes here tonight? Yes. 18 and 5.
Let me tell you, I have to do this, make sure there's guys around and show them little leg.
Oh, okay, nice tip. We've got in Portland, Oregon, we've got Lori Kling who had a 10 and 2. You want to tell her her name? Nicely done.
Okay.
Danielle Lee, 10 and 2. Connie Neese had 2 10 and 2s and 1 with the Paulina had 2. 1 with the 10 and 2, 1 with the 13 and 2. Shannon Bradner, 2 10 and 2. Lisa Woodgate, 2 10 and 2. Yeah. Okay, these are $1,000 shows. Listen to these numbers that they're doing. Deb Bachman, $1,404. $1,000 show. Layla Bassett, $1,188. Yes. Okay, here's 2 shows for the same advisor. $1,021, $1,670. Nancy Hayes, you did both of them. Give yourself one, Ms. Nellinger, $1,680, $1,040. Oh, and $1,032. That was 3 shows. Paulina, $1,024. Come on up. Lisa Woodgate, $1,170. Congratulations, ladies. 10 and 2 is what we do, and $1,000 shows is what we do. Way to go. Yeah. Women, if I call your name. Oh, Connie, stand up. Monica Estabrook, come on up. Yeah, I got you there. There's the woman. Jeff Bachman, stand up. Lisa Woodgate, come on up. These are your ladies that shared the opportunity last month and brought on a new start. Am I missing anybody? So last month, am I missing anybody? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Last month?
No, do high five first.
No, she's not on here. Oh, I don't get your numbers because of, they go to, come on up. What was your, how long was your starter show? 808. 808? Okay. So the tiebreaker is going to be based on new start sales. So yours is 808? Okay. With $583 in sales and 1 new start, we have Deb Bachman. With with $700 exactly in sales. Monica Estabrook with 1 new start. And with 1 new start and $767, Lisa Woodgate. And with $808 and 1 new start, we have With 1 star, see what, I mean, just the tiebreaker always goes to a new start sales, so it's all about getting those sales. With $839, our queen of recruiting is Kylie. Okay. So when I call your name, come on up. At number 10, what's so funny?
Nothing down.
With $2,121, Shannon Wagner! At number 9, with $2,609, Monica, don't sit down. Come on out, Monica. At number 8, with $2,677, Sharon Gonzalez. Number 7, with $2,776, Jennifer Sammartino. Okay, number 6, with these numbers, $2,939. Little This is really easy. Number 5, with $3,059, Paulina Reed. Come on up. Boy, these numbers are crazy. Okay, number 4, with $3,302, Nancy Hay. Number 3, with $4,147, Wendy Christensen. Number 2, with $4,220, Lisa Woodgate. And our queen of sales for the month of June with $5,557.